what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel today. If you enjoyed this review, please drop a like, please subscribe down below, and I appreciate all the support. And as you can see in front of us today, we have an Adidas box. I'm not quite sure if this is the average Adidas box. I don't buy that many Adidas pairs. I don't review that many, so maybe somebody can let me know that, but that's just pretty basic. What we have is a ZX8000, and this is a collaboration with Metropolitan USA. This is a men's size 12, and the color code is sea black, yellow tint, and I'm not quite sure what they mean by that color code. I'm sorry, guys. I will put that in text if I can find exactly what the color code is on there when it's transcribed properly. And this is what we are looking at today. This is kind of an interesting and unique shoe. Metropolitan USA is a brand that was actually not originally making clothes. We will bring a little history up to anybody who actually wants to listen to this part. It's also a interesting fact for those of you who might be skateboarders or into skating. Metropolitan was actually a skate wheel company. Now, what happened is Deluxe back in the 90s was distributing skate wheels across the West Coast. And that brand, some of you may know, is called Spitfire. Now, they wanted to create a brand that was similar to Spitfire but more popular on the East Coast. So they created an East Coast team of riders which contained one by the name of Keith Hufnagel. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'll make sure to leave it in text. You guys will see a photo of him. He actually was also one of the founder of a store in San Francisco called Huff. And before we get into a little bit more on Metro, I'm going to show you guys one of the collaborations that Huff had that was called the Nike Air Force One Huffquakes. I am still hunting those for my collection in my size. That is one of my Grail Air Force Ones. Now, continuing on with Metropolitan, and what happened is the brand actually had folded after 2 years from 1994 to 1996. And Metropolitan was therefore done with skate wheels. But now, the original Keith Hufnagel, who was part of that original skate team, is now bringing back Metropolitan USA in a clothing brand. And they did do some pieces with Adidas that I will show up here. They did a pretty nice fleece. I've liked what they've put together and stuff like that. And I just think this is kind of a company that's going to go overlooked. And I think for a brand that's pretty small, so they're not hugely popular, I don't think. The brand is really just being revamped. But overall, if we bring the sneaker up, what they did was they took inspiration from the 90s. And the actual inspiration from this pair was 90s drift racing, or as you guys would assume, street racing, drift cars, that kind of thing. And if you don't know what that is, I will leave a picture of a drift car from the 90s. And right here you have the tag of the ZX Metropolitan. You have an extra pair of laces here in this flash kind of yellow tint. And then you have another lace dubray with Metropolitan across it, which is like a clear and black text, which you can see right there. On the one you get on the shoe, it says Metropolitan USA there, in that what would look like it glows in the dark, but I have put these under a light strong enough to test it, and these parts do not glow, and the torsion on the bottom does not glow. But if you want to see the details real quick, we have a synthetic leather coming around the toe box here, which is pretty stiff. Not amazing quality, but it's a unique feel of a material. We have this plastic little detail accent here in a vibrant style of pinkish purple, like a magenta. You have a nylon fabric coming across the toe box here, which feels really nice. This silver painted piece right here, which feels like also a synthetic hard leather, is actually a 3M reflective material. Don't worry, we will get to that later in the video so I can show you the 3M effects properly. We have a little bit of suede right here lining below the lace dubray. If we flip it over here to the midsection of the shoe, this is suede nubuck over here. This is like a suede nubuck coming across the entire heel. But it also does feel like it's like a leather nubuck because it's soft. It's got a treatment to it. It feels like a nubuck kind of leather. Over here you have another nylon material. It is the same across the toe box. You have leather stripes here. You have that yellow accent, which is the same yellow you get with the Adidas logo on the tongue, with a black kind of really hard leathery rubber patch. The tongue is all nylon all the way up. And if we come across the back here, you can see this effect right here. To me, that looks like the effect of what would be a carbon fiber accent or carbon fiber body part on a car. A lot of cars back in the 90s didn't come with carbon fiber, especially cars that were used for drifting. So these parts were aftermarket or race spec parts. So that's the carbon fiber. I feel that's what it's supposed to resemble. If we look at the bottom here, you have a torsion bar right here, which I believe helps when your foot is twisting like this to the side. The torsion will help keep your foot stable and straight. We have a basically smoked translucent outsole with Metropolitan and script writing going across the bottom. The yellow is dimmed out, but it is the same color right there you see on the torsion bar. Now let me grab the other shoe here so we don't have the laces in the way when we flip them around. We've got the back heel tab there with the Adidas logo across that leather kind of nubuck. You have nylon here. Once again, this silver is a 3M accent going across there. This also is a 3M reflective going across that leather. And there also is a 3M reflective, I believe, on the Adidas stripes. You guys will see that for sure. I'm almost positive that that is all 3M though. Hey guys, as you can see, we have the sneakers down. I am cutting this part into the video somewhere, so wherever you see this video, sorry if my dialogue is a little off. I'm cutting this in because I want to do it properly and make sure everything showed up. As you guys can see, the sneakers are sitting down here, and this is not black anymore. As you can see, the Adidas logo on the side has a 3M effect. There's a 3M effect going across the toe box. The silver across here has the 3M. You have 3M on the back heel. And then if we flip it around, you also have the 3M effect here. Because remember, if you guys look at this after this clip is done, you will see these effects on here are dramatic because the shoe does not look anything like the colors coming across here when I shut off the actual secondary light I'm using on the other side of the camera too. If we look around the back here, that carbon fiber appeal comes across here with the accents. You have a nice flex right there in the leather kind of nubuck going across the midsection. You have another pink accent right there, pink across the stripes. And oh, one more key detail. If we look under here, we have a nice bathrobe style carpet fabric. You've got the Torsion ZX8000 tag underneath with Adidas, and then the insole is Metropolitan USA, and it does come with a leather lining and a pair of straight black laces. As you can see, the quality is pretty damn nice on these. I like the little heel cut off detailed accent there with the little leather patch and Metropolitan across it. Great job, Metropolitan. If you guys watch this video, you guys see it. You guys did a great job with these. I'm not a huge Adidas fan, but you got me with these. I love the inspiration. I love the whole story behind them. I like how they are inspired by street racing. I don't know if I've mentioned it on this channel before, but besides sneakers, my second biggest passion in life that I seem to hold the most energy and excitement for would be cars. So when there is something involving streetwear or sneakers that has to do with a car theme, I am on top of it. And that's what I always try to do, is buy what really appeals to me. And even though these aren't probably insanely hyped up, maybe they were going for a little bit, but that wasn't my reason for buying them. When I saw the advertisements from Metropolitan, which I will leave a link to their website in the description, maybe I'll put up some pictures from their advertisement. I love the way they did it, the way they staged it, the whole street racing, the whole 90s effect, the whole 90s appeal. Remember, I grew up during the 90s. So for me, it really screamed to me in terms of my character, my personality, and just what I like to wear and what I like in terms of storytelling in the sneakers I buy. And that's really about it. I want to know what you guys think of these down below. Have you guys ever heard of Metropolitan? Do you like this release? Do you like any of the stuff that you've seen in the video by Metropolitan? Let's get some conversation going in the comments. It's good to hear from you guys, and I will try to answer back to everybody. I thank you guys for stopping by today. We're going to end it there, and I appreciate all the support. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope to see you guys in the next one, and I hope you guys have a great day. All right, bye.